What's good? It's Chigozi. It's Monday, October 29th, 2018. The Cleveland Browns have fired Hue Jackson and promote Greg Williams. By the end of this video, you're going to see very clearly how the entire world of professional sports is a giant, scripted, theatrical event. It is nothing else than a bunch of scripted, coded propaganda from the Scottish Rite Freemasons, the false Jews from the Book of Revelation, the Jewish Kabbalists in high places, the Jewish bankers, industrialists, and the Jesuit order and the Masonic order within the Catholic Church. They are all into Kabbalah. The practice of coding numbers behind words is Gematria, and we're going to see how they use Gematria, which Kabbalah uses, which is a form of Jewish mysticism, which says God created the world. He created the world combining the letter with the number. And through that knowledge, you get to see further into this world how God sees it on a more esoteric level. So pay attention to the numbers. I'm going to go very slowly, and we're going to see how this is all fake news propaganda. You can already see here, the Cleveland Browns fired Hue Jackson today on Monday, the 29th. Yesterday on Sunday, Tyronn LUE, so we get Hue and Lue both fired from the state of Ohio just one day after another. Yesterday, on the 28th, this actor, Tyronn LUE, fired as Cavs head coach after an 0-6 start. And I didn't cover this because I saw this after I decoded this, but we'll just see real quick how this is all by the numbers, and then we can relate it to the Hue Jackson firing as well. As I've been explaining for years, the state of Ohio loves putting out false flag, fake news, by the numbers propaganda by this numerical code of letters and numbers, dates on the calendar, from the birthdays, and whatnot. Basketball equals 22. B is the second letter, A is the first, S is the 19th. 1 plus 9 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. You add all those numbers together, you get 22. So, on the 28th, this is the basketball propaganda event with Tyronn LUE. That's on a date with 22 numerology. Just like how you add all the letters in basketball together, with each being a single digit, you do the same with the date. 1 plus 0 plus 2 plus 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8, 22. So we get the number for basketball for that. Later on, we'll see football and Ohio both equal 29. That's when the 29th, on the 302nd day of the year, NFL equals 32, 32 teams. We get NFL's version of this propaganda. So from Tyronn LUE's birthday to the day of this propaganda coming out, we'll see that at the end because it syncs up with when Jim Brown, former Browns player and legend, from his birthday to the day the Browns coach is fired. But I just wanted to show you how they're putting both of those out together and a preliminary look at the numbers. So Browns fire Hue Jackson, promote Greg Williams. They promote Greg Williams, this theatrical actor for the federal government. They put him in his place. He's the defensive coordinator of the Browns as well, born July 15th, 1958. That's 15/7. 157 is the 37th prime. This is coming exactly 37 weeks from his upcoming birthday in 2019, his upcoming 61st birthday. But I measured from his past birthday, his 60th birthday, to today. He's getting appointed 15 weeks and 1 day from his birthday. So you see his birthday, you see to the day, 15 weeks and 1 day. That's 151. That is the 36 prime number. It is all about prime number relationships relating to the event. This is the Buckeye state. Buckeye 72, 27, 117, 36. We will see these numbers again throughout this decode, at least the 72 and the 36. But if you wanted more examples of this, please check out other videos on this channel. Buckeye equals 36 when you reverse the alphabetical order and reduce each letter to a single digit. So A is 26, Z is 1. 2 plus 6 is 8, so A becomes 8. That means B is 25. 2 plus 5 is 7. So you see when you reduce them, you get 7. So you do that, you get 36. And he's getting appointed 151 from his birthday. You see this? 15 weeks and 1 day. 106, the number for prophecy, the capital of Ohio, Columbus, equals 106. That is also a way to represent 16, because in numerology you just dropped a 0. So Ohio equals 16. Exactly 106 days from his birthday, he's being appointed. 3 months, 14 days. We know that goes back to pi. 3.14, the approximation of pi. Pi equals 16. Pi, a way to measure rates, change, inexorable things such as time. Time, Ohio, sum to the same numbers. Even in the satanic cipher, sum to 187. That's why the Ohio State University, founded in 1870. Society of Jesus also equals 187. So I hope we see this introduction, see how it's all by the numbers. Now we're going to see about Hugh Jackson specifically, and it's the same exact thing. So Hugh Jackson, right? You're going to love this. Hugh Jackson, he is, you know what I'm going to say, another puppet, another actor for the state of Ohio, for the federal government, for the state of California as well. The sports are bullshit. Some Californian actor representing Ohio, it's all a joke. Right now he's 53 years old when all this is happening. We're talking about Super Bowl 53, which is coming later on next year. So this is the season of Super Bowl 53. He just turned 53 October 22nd. So October 22nd, 1965 is when he was born. A date with a life lesson number of 53. 10 plus 22 plus 1 plus 9 plus 65. So he's born a day with a life lesson number of 53. He's 53 years old. This is Ohio's propaganda. Ohio equals 16. 53 is the 16th prime number. And again, this is the other coach, the new interim, 106 from his birthday. 53 to 16th prime. So Super Bowl 53 is February 3rd, 2019. That's 3 months, 5 days from now, from when he's being fired. Hugh Jackson equals 53. K is the 11th letter, so it's the master number. You don't need to reduce it. S being 19, you can reduce it once. 1 plus 9 is 10. So adding all these together now, you get 53. It's that same full reduction, but you're obeying the rules of numerology. So his name sums to 53. Again, he's 53 years old when this is happening. He's born a day with a life lesson number of 53. And who's being appointed in his place? Greg Williams. Greg, 35 in full reduction. Williams, 35 in the full reduction. Both reflections of 53. Again, this is 3 and 5 from the upcoming Super Bowl, as we'll see again in the notes. 3 months, 5 days. Buckeye equals 36. And we'll see this too, because from Hugh Jackson's birthday to this event, so I want to talk about Browns firing him with his 3-36-1 record, 3-3-6-1. That's the 474th prime. HUE equals 47, Ohio 47, Masonic 74, time 47. So you see how they're giving you the 47-74 sequence in his final record with Ohio. Putting on all this numerical propaganda. Again, Ohio 29, the birthplace of football. Canton, Ohio is the Football Hall of Fame. And football equals 29 as well. And today's the 29th. We now get this. And you'll like this too. See this propaganda from NFL.com. So this is official propaganda from the NFL. Cannot be any more straightforward from them. So the NFL then is giving us this piece published on the 29th at 11:53. Remember, he's 53 years old. His name sums to 53. Ohio equals 16, 53 to 16 prime. And then at 12:25, they updated that. So 25, 29, 53, even the 18, 2018, Sun 18. 61 to 18 prime. You see how those numbers are in Ohio as well. Again, 53 to 16 prime. You see how those numbers then for Ohio are right here inside this propaganda from the NFL. This function has numbers for Freemason, because this is, it's all they're all about. I think it's something 147. It's just the Freemasons branding the propaganda and letting you know who this is. The NFL is run by the Freemasons. Football was created by the Freemasons. Sir Walter Camp, a Freemason. Camp 33, 33 degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry. But this function gives you the Scottish Rite and Freemason numbers. Also, notice this 2-minute, 21-second video, 221 like the Bavarian Illuminati. So the 2-minute, 21-second video, they even talk about a 2-2-1 start. He started with 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, and then he lost his next 3 games. Remember, he was born, or we'll see later, he was born the 22nd of October, 22/10. So that's another 2-2-1. You see how they're using these numbers again and again. Also, week 8 is where this happened. Week 8 was his last week with Cleveland. Cleveland 48, like week 8. This was also 8 days from his 53rd birthday. So he turned 53 on the 22nd. 8 days later, in week 8, now he's getting fired. In a game of 11 on 11. 11 the master number. 1 week, 1 day. They also mentioned their 0-16 season. Since 2017, they had an 0-16 season. Ohio, the 17th state, and see this 0-16 season. Of all the teams in the NFL that have an 0-16 season, of course, we get Ohio as a participant in that type of propaganda. Remember, in 2017, Ohio State University won the national championship by 17 points. Called that type of pattern out before the game happened. So from the day he's getting fired to his upcoming 54th birthday, 359 days. This is what I was talking about in his birthday. It's synced up by number 72. Buckeye 72-27. So from this propaganda to his upcoming birthday next year, the 72nd prime. Ohio's Constitution, the preamble of it, sums to 72-27. Their state song sums to 72-27. I'll show you that at the end after this presentation. Buckeye 72-27. They released their driver's license on 7/2, 2/7. The Ohio State Highway Patrol, their birthday is July 20. They're founded July 20, 20/70. 72-27. That's when they celebrate their anniversary at least, so I assume they're founded on the 20th of July. So when I said, that's what I was talking about earlier on, when we were talking about the 35, again, he's being Greg Williams, both sum to 35. We're talking about Super Bowl 53, Catholic 35, the Catholic Church running on all this. You see how, without including the end date from his birthday to the Super Bowl, is 3 months, 5 days later. Again, from the day this, so not his birthday, from the day he's being fired. Excuse me, so from he's being fired, 3 months, 5 days from the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53. But counting the end date, so the Super Bowl is 3 months and 6 days after he's being fired. Buckeye 36. It's also 14 weeks. End 14. Dead 14. We know, especially in the NFL, they love to end things based on the number 14. I mean, people who don't even understand this knowledge have observed that. So we see how the NFL, again, is using this 14 inside their propaganda. 14 weeks from the Super Bowl. He's end with Ohio. Again, Hugh Jackson, 35. Browns equals 35 as well. I should have pointed that out earlier. I mean, how many more 35s, 53s do you need to see that this is all synced up by the numbers? There's also 97 days. The Super Bowl's 97 days from when that propaganda comes out where he gets fired. 97 to 25th prime. Ohio 25. Ohio 16. The sum of the numbers 1 through 16 gives you 136. 13 weeks, 6 days later. See? We've been seeing the number 16 all up and down this. Remember, Greg Williams, 106 days, which is just 16 from his birthday. He's now being stepped up. This is such a clear pattern. I just really hope all the cognitive dissonance sufferers can finally accept what's going on after this video. So I said we're going to talk about Jim Brown just from his upcoming 83rd birthday, February 17th, same birthday as Michael Jordan. From Jim Brown's, from the Browns coach getting fired, Hugh Jackson, to Jim Brown's upcoming 83rd birthday, football equals 83, 16 weeks. Ohio 16, Pi 16. So do you get how it's 16 weeks from the new coach's birthday, from Jim Brown's birthday? We get 53 to 16 prime and all this. He's 53 years old. He's born today with a lifeless number of 53. His name sums to 53. Ohio equals 16. I just don't think there's a better way to explain all this. And I'll link this blog post. You can read the notes again and again. You can ask me questions. There's no way you can deny this. So get over yourself if you still want to believe that football is real and it's not rigged and fake. 112, that's a Super Bowl number, 112. This could be predictive programming for some future Ohio Super Bowl. I mean, I don't know. It's obviously more clues, but you got to keep those things in mind. Or, some team that used to be the whatever team, just keep that 112 in mind from Jim Brown's birthday. There's some riddle there with the Super Bowl, possibly. NFL equals 32, 3 months, 2 days from Jim Brown's birthday. Browns and Hugh Jackson, something the same thing. Browns equals 28 and 35. Hugh Jackson equals 35 and 107, the 28th prime number. And then 3, 36, and 1. That's a total of 40 games he had that they're saying he had until this happened. That goes back to number 4, connected to death and foundation. And here's an exercise for those who are skeptical. I was trying to find out more about this 40. You can open up Gematrinator.com, go to all the ciphers, right? And start typing in all the different names for like Cleveland, Cleveland Browns, Ohio. Just try to find 40. Because that's what you guys will claim. Oh, you can get anything out of anything. You can just make anything work and all this. It's like, well, then why can't I get 40 typed in Cleveland? Why can't I even get 173, the 40th prime? Those are the two numbers I was trying to figure out. Why the 40 games? Cleveland OH, do you see it here? It's not here. Cleveland, Ohio. Nope. Browns. I don't see it. I mean, if you see it, let me know. I couldn't see it. No Browns. No Cleveland Browns. 173 or the number 40. So I hope you get it. And there's more you can do. Whoops. Accidentally hit the F10 instead of F11, so I stopped the video. But I hope you get the gist. Anyone who's saying that, I hope you understand how retarded you are and why I openly and actively think you are very retarded to think that you can get anything out of anything if you really just did it. I mean, that makes no fucking sense, and you can see how. Even Jim Brown, no 173, no 40. I mean, I'm doing the debunking for you. The people I ask, why can't you help me debunk it? They don't, and because they're so fucking lazy. I'm doing it for you now. They're not seeing it. But anyway, what I could draw then from that also, there's also more to this 40, but 40 does have the racial coding, 30, 24, 51, 40, 84 to reflection 48. Nigger equals 42 to reflection 24, nigger equals 30, nigger equals 48. Because when you reverse alphabetical order, E is the 22nd letter. That master number again. E is the 22nd letter, reversing 22 is the master builder number. So you don't need to reduce it. So keeping E22, but reducing everything else, 48. 102, nigger 102. Civil War began on the 102nd day of the year, April 12th. You can just go back in history and try to find these patterns. There's so many examples. Zachary K. Hubbard's book, Letters and Numbers, shows all these patterns, all of these rituals. It's a very cheap, affordable book. And I don't want to use the word cheap because the quality is amazing. But for $10, you have a trove of information. So there's no way you can deny any of this or be confused. It just means you're lazy and you're just retarded. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, people, this world is designed to make you feel you're so smart and good and, you know everything just because you were good in school or something. No. The Browns lost to the Steelers 33-18 on Sunday. So this is that last game before. Remember, Jesus Christ being sacrificed at 33. Wisconsin coming in with their 33 games to lose to OSU in the and the bowl leading up to the championship. I have a video on this channel about that. LeBron James, at 33 years old, left the Lakers because he lost the championship. Now look up for Cristiano Ronaldo. I think he's going to be participating in these type of rituals, but I think Juventus is doing good. From the last time I checked, I don't follow that stuff, which I should though, because it definitely controls the mind's eye of the masses. Absolutely everything that actor, LeBron and Cristiano Ronaldo do. You know, they let you know that he's 53. So I like this right here. Look at this. Look at this paragraph. This is from ESPN, by the way. This is ESPN's propaganda. I linked it up in this blog post. Jackson, 53, the 16th prime, pi equals 16. Had one season of head coaching experience before coming to Cleveland, guiding the Raiders to an 8-8 record in 2011. 88 connecting to time, that's 4 circles, 1440 degrees, just like how we have 1440 minutes in a day, just like how time in the Jewish cipher equals 144. Remember, we're talking about Ohio here, the time-flavored state. You know, Ohio sums to these same things. Time 144. Light 144. Guess how many counties the state of Ohio has? It has 88 counties. And this, I know he's guiding the Raiders to an 8-8 record, right? But again, this is Ohio's propaganda as well. They're using this time numbers because that's why you see the 2011 guiding the Raiders to an 8-8 record in 2011. 211 is the 47th prime number. So we get connection to 47 right there. We get the 88. Again, Ohio and Columbus, they both sum to 47 with the 88 counties in that state. And it sums to 16, the 53rd prime. You see how they have all 3 numbers very heavily connected to the state of Ohio right here inside this paragraph of propaganda from ESPN. And it's very easy to see if you just follow any of my videos. I put out so much information about the state of Ohio, about how they love to put out all sorts of by the numbers bullshit by the same exact code. And you see it right here. It cannot be any more clear. You know, Jackson 44, like kill, like black people, civil rights 73, 73 the 21st prime, black men 21. So that's the end of the notes there. Let me just show you real quick before we close this out. Ohio Constitution. Basic governing document. That's all this is. A piece of paper, a piece of shit-ass Zionist Jew Freemasonic paper that means nothing. Just here to deceive you more with a bunch of propaganda. You know, it became the 17th state. The current state constitution contains the following articles, the following pieces of bullshit propaganda. That's what they mean. The preamble, one of the shortest preambles of any state constitution, which means it was crafted, it was written, it was designed to be one of the shortest. It is an art. This is an art from the Freemasons. We, the people of the state of Ohio, grateful to Almighty God for our freedom, and what a joke, to secure its blessings and promote our general welfare, do establish this constitution, do establish this piece of shit document that means absolutely nothing. '72, reversing the alphabetical order and reducing each letter to a single digit. Well, 720, but again, in numerology, you can drop the 0. Without reducing, 2007. So if anyone with common sense, even if you're the biggest coincidence theory on the planet, you would at least have a little bit of reasoning and think, that's actually pretty deliberate, pretty contrived, especially for the Buckeye state, which sums to 7227. And again, Hugh Jackson getting fired a span of the 72nd prime from his upcoming birthday. Buckeye 72, 359, 72nd prime, 359 days from his 2019 upcoming birthday. Hugh Jackson is getting fired. See what they're doing? So it doesn't end there. So we see how this piece of bullshit is by the numbers. Now you just click on Ohio or go there. Look at their state song, Beautiful Ohio. And if the two, it's the one with Ohio in it, the one literally, the first one's the original state song, because some idiots will argue, well, this one doesn't sum to 7027, it's all coincidence. Like, no. Think about the significance of it. When it came out in 69, Saturn 69, Ohio, big Saturnian nation. or state. I mean, what's the difference? All run by the Freemasons. Beautiful Ohio, reversing out of order, 207 and then 72 when you reduce. So again, if you have any sort of common sense, if you're not completely fucking retarded and brain dead and fucking useless, you can see how this is an art inside their propaganda. You can see how this is deliberate. This is not an accident. They're coding 7227. And how else do you know? Again, their driver's license coming out July 2nd. Plenty other examples. And of course that day, plenty more news, propaganda coming out by the numbers. Anyway, July 20th, 7/20, the Ohio State Highway Patrol's birthday. So I hope everyone who watches this video, if you're new to this, you now get it. This is the world you live in. It is all by this code of letters and numbers. The Freemasons, they founded this nation. They've been running it. The Jewish bankers who even founded this Scottish Rite Freemasonic crap that we're exposed to all the time anyway. That old agenda founded America, founded France, all these modern nations as you know it today. They do it all by this code. Just this paragraph should tell you enough. I shouldn't have had to make anything else after this. He's 53 years old when this is happening. We're talking about Super Bowl 53, born with life lesson number 53. 3-5 from the Super Bowl, 3 months, 5 days. Again, his 16th prime. His name's 53. So take care. Peace out. Don't forget the Tyronn LUE connection. HUE and LUE both being fired together. I mean, it's a bunch of crap. Peace out. Tyronn LUE, born May 3rd. That's 5/3. Another 53. Tyronn. See, with the 2 N's. No one spells your name like this unless you are an actor for the federal government. Very special how they even have this. 2 N's here, but so how do you even spell his name then? This is what I'm saying. This is the type of world you live in. A bunch of coded names, a bunch of actors. Yeah, so all the propaganda is using it. And that's what I'm saying. The guy who even wrote this is like, well, this is how it should be spelled, but this is how it actually is spelled because it goes by the numbers 106, 34, 56, 29, Ohio 29, 16, Columbus 106, 34. And yes, he plays for Cleveland. He's one of their actors, but Columbus is the capital city of the state of Ohio. They love to code all the numbers inside all of Ohio's propaganda anyway. You know, Tyronn 56, like Society of Jesus. LUE 16 as well. 11, like pi. This is undeniable. It's the same exact numbers. So again, pi equals 16, right? LUE 16, 53 to 16 prime. And he's born May 3rd. Being fired right the day before this other 53 branded flavored actor, Hugh Jackson, with Mr. 53 birth numerology, life lesson number. See, 3 months, 5 days from the upcoming Super Bowl. Now we get this. From Tyronn LUE's birthday to the day he gets fired, 25 weeks and 3 days. That's 253. Remember, basketball equals 53. Excuse me. Basketball does not equal 53. It equals 22. 253 is the 22nd triangular number. Yes, the 53 sequence is there. But it's the 22nd triangular number, so the sum of numbers 1 through 22 gives you 253. Kind of the end date, and this is where you're going to show, like it, and see how this all shows how it's all scripted crap propaganda. Kind of the end date is 25 weeks and 4 days from his birthday. 254. Time equals 254 in English extended. So does light. And again, time, Ohio, we're talking about that. So if you think, oh, well, you're just pulling strings, look up Jim Brown. Jim Brown, the Browns legend, just another theatrical actor for the federal government, doing what they tell him to do. Born at 36. Buckeye 27, 36. Born 2/17. What represent 27, because 1 is just a little divider, and 36. You see this? A Hall of Famer, I think. I mean, if he's not, he's really fucking famous, really popular, really important football player. You see how he's born with the numbers for Ohio. We'll do February 17th to the day the Browns coach gets fired. Not counting the end date, it's exactly 254 days. So 254 from Tyronn LUE 254 from Jim Brown. You see that? Time equals 254, light equals 54. This is scripted propaganda. Also, like the 8 months, 12 days, 1 + 2 is 3. Football 83 is going to be 83. He could very well die at 83. Or at 82 for the Vesica Piscis ritual. And I'm glad I'm pointing this out now because the whole point of the 53 is the Vesica Piscis is the shape of the football. That equals 53, 134, 190, 82. So that's why we get all of these 53 in this piece of propaganda leading up to the Super Bowl. That's why Tyronn LUE then, who although he plays basketball, he's an Ohioan actor, playing for their team at least. That means the birthplace of football, Ohio, is going to be participating in this propaganda. You know, on the 28th of October 20th, the reflection 82. And again, he's born in 5/3, Tyronn LUE, and all the 53 from Hugh Jackson. You know, he's 53 when he was born, all that. And Ohio, again, Ohio cannot be the better team to use. The 17th state, but the name some see 16, the reflection 61, 53 is 16th prime. You know, 06 start. 6 and 7, important numbers to Ohio, by the way. 6 equals 16, 29, 52. Ohio, 29, or 25, 29, 16. Time 20. Pi 16. Pi 29. See this? 6 and 7. They love those numbers. 7, 25, 20. So that's all. That's what I wanted to show. You know, stop looking up to these people. They're a bunch of paid deceivers. Tyronn LUE, literally just a theatrical actor. Guys, he used to play basketball. He was in the play for the Nuggets. I mean, he used to go on the court and shoot the ball around and act like he's actually winning when he's just following orders from the Jewish banker tyrants, the Jesuit order who runs these fake leagues. Peace out.